Our next progression is going to be D minor to G minor. Let's listen to jam track number 4. Okay, we've got some general rules here that I'm giving you, and then we'll learn some exceptions. I started off and I went D minor to G minor. What key are we in? Well, let's do our analysis. We know that D minor could be a 2, 3, or 6, but since we're parking on it for quite a while, we can take 3 off the table. So it's a 2 or a 6, right? Well, if I'm playing this D minor and it's a 2 chord, it puts me in the key of C. This is all on chart number 4, or it's in your head. Then I go to a G minor. Well, I got a problem. I can't be in the key of C and have a G minor. G is in the key of C, but it's a major chord. So that takes the key of C off the table. I am left with this, that the D minor is going to be a 6 chord, and then you guessed it, the G minor is a 2 chord, because that's how this lesson is titled. Okay, we're done. We'll go to lunch. No, we're going to dig a little deeper here. So if you did that, I know that I have a D minor, and if I throw in the flat 6, I'm staying in my key of F, I'm staying in my D Aeolian mode, etc., etc., and everything's fine and good. It's all buttoned up nice and tight. You can jam to your heart's content in the key of F, theoretically. So street key is D minor. Theoretical key is the key of F. Right? Now we can go to lunch. No, can't yet, because you heard me play something a little different. What chord is that? Pop quiz. You learned this chord when I gave you all those cool chord voicings. Or better yet, don't look. What do you hear? D minor 6/9. Well, we got a little problem because I'm playing a B natural in here. And I just got through telling you that this progression was a 6/2 in the key of F. There's no B in the key of F. Well, progressions can be sometimes in one key, meaning both chords are under the umbrella of the key of F. But you could also change keys. That's the other part of this Latin music, that you can be on a minor chord and they'll stick other things in. They might even put a major 7 in. You've got to have your ears open and react. So if you and I were jamming and I was comping for you and I went, you'd hear it and you say, okay, I'm safe. I can stay in the key of F, play D Aeolian, G Dorian, same deal. No problem. But then if you heard me go, your ears should perk up and say, oh, he went to D Dorian. He's feeding me D Dorian because of the chord. You might say, that's a lot to hear. Well, being a musician is all about training your ears, and it's a journey. And they get better and better and better if you try to listen for it. So practice playing rhythm against this track. I know it's labeled, and the lesson is labeled as a 6/2. But remember, there could also be a 2 in one key and a 2 in another key. And keep that principle in mind, because you're going to see this crop up on a lot of tunes. Because when you're playing jazz, and a lot of Latin jazz or Latin music has an influence of jazz, the walls aren't so clearly defined. The fences aren't there saying, okay, you're just in this key, you're just in this key. We have options. We'll be getting into that later on some of our altered dominant chords.